Our consistent theory about the dysfunction in Wollongong and Shell Harbour councils has been party politics and caucusing. Therefore, local government is no place for party politics. Chris Connor from the Labor Party, what's your view?
I think I could have predicted that question before we even came. Thank you very much, Nick, for that. I think one of the important things we need to consider in all of this is that we've got such a tremendously good field of people who've put their hands up for the Lord Mayor position, as well as all the other candidates across the city. I think it bodes well for democracy in our town. It bodes well for the calibre of people that are now stepping forward to serve us in the community, and I think that's wonderful. Well, there's a number of us here that are standing on party tickets for the local council election. I'm proudly a Labor person. That's been my heritage, that's been my history. But one of the big things that occurs is not only in renewing of a city, a political party needs to review itself when it gets kicked in the head too, as New South Wales Labor did just recently by the electorate, and it deserved it. And what's happened here locally is the local Labor Party has taken on part of that renewal process in connecting and reconnecting in a stronger way to its constituency, to its community, saying we want to be a community Labor group. At least with a party political stance, you know what people believe in, what their ethos is, what their main beliefs are across many of the different categories and things that need to happen. But in the role of Lord Mayor, it also gives you connections right not only in the local area, but at state and at federal level that I think would be a great benefit to this city. And I think that's something very important that you should see. No, the Labor councillors on this Wollongong City Council will not be caucusing. Okay, I'll make that announcement today, as I have before. But I can guarantee that caucusing will occur across lots of other groups on lots of issues. Caucusing on planning and on lots of other issues is no longer legal. That cannot happen. But there will be discussions about positions. There will be discussions about the details of things between councillors at the meeting and not in the meeting. That's just human nature that will occur. But we're entering a new era in this city, and I think we've got to get beyond the simple argument about party politics and non-party politics. What this city is after is the best people, Nick. The best people to be elected to this position. And that's what I'm looking forward to being able to do as Lord Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. From the Greens, Jill Merrin.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Yeah, there are good things about parties and there are some bad things. And some of the good things about the parties are that you actually know what you're getting, because normally the parties have their policies out there in the public arena. So you've got some sort of consistency of approach and you know what you're getting. Some of the bad things we've seen in the past, especially with the major parties, to do with caucusing and the kinds of influence from corporate and developer donors. The Greens have led the way in fighting the influence of developer donations and corporate donations, and I thank the Mercury for giving us a pledge to sign today. Most of the things in that pledge are things that the Greens have taken the lead on over the years. In fact, it didn't go far enough. We should make it so that we all sign on to not receive donations from developers or corporations that are going to influence us or risk influencing us. The Greens don't caucus, and we led the way on grassroots democracy, which means our local members make the decisions about local issues, about pre-selections and things that affect the local area. So again, we are different from the major parties, but I also think there is a great room for a variety of people on the council, and I appreciate the input that individuals and independents can provide as well. However, just keep in mind that the difference between a party and a group of independents is not very wide. A group of independents is standing together because they agree on certain things, in the same way that parties stand together because they agree on certain things. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jill. And I suppose it is predictable, but I will give the last word on party politics and local government to you, John Doherty.
Thanks, Nick. I've already put it out there in the media that there'll be no caucusing on council property. In my estimation of what council is about is exactly as the same as running a board, which I'm a director of West Illawarra, and I'm also on an industry board, Lease Clubs Australia. So I have a full understanding of what the ethics are of decision making. From that point, Nick, I suggest that you know, the Lord Mayor run the business of the day as you would a chairman of the board, and those councillors run as dead set board members. And that you know, we put in place the strategic plans that are going to benefit the whole of the city, not just the factional groups or the smaller areas that are banging the tin a bit loud. It's all about, and as Rod rightly said earlier, that you know, some people are not going to be happy, but the majority of people are. And the important part is that we do it right, and we do it right for the city, be it from investigating opportunities for investment into the area, be it creating jobs into the area or through the area, engaging with not just the community members but also our business partners, be they the IBC, be the RDA, be the Property Council. There's many opportunities for this council to absolutely regenerate what council does for business. That's first and foremost, and it's got to be on a bipartisan approach, and I mentioned that earlier. It's not one about taking your own little argument across the table and saying, well, shit, no, I don't believe in that, excuse the French. That you really do need to put forward what's best for the whole community. And look, Wollongong's got so much to offer. It really has. You know, we talk about the Blue Mile, we talk about changes to the CBD. They're things that we really need to make sure that we do it right, because by bringing in what GPT's plans are, that's going to benefit this city no end to start with around that mall area. Encouraging development along the coast, be they cafes, restaurants, etc. You know, be it getting, I'll throw this out there, let's get a gondola from Mount Kira all the way up to friggin' Stanmore Park, you know. That would be sensational. As much as we might kid.
I think we might be stretching the boundary of the 1 minute, John.
It might be. I'm sure there'll be.
Just slightly.
Jill will have an argument.
I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not an indication of how you'd be running council meetings.
No, look. There's the important part is though, as you rightly asked the question, is it's important for this council not to play party politics. It's important for this city that there not be party politics in place. That any one of us who are become the Lord Mayor do encourage it to be an actual team and group of people who build for the city.
Okay, we have